What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And if you have a rant suggestion, feel free and send it my way via the comment section, Twitter, Facebook, or email GeauxBurns@gmail.com. And I was scripting this weekend's original rant video like Friday night. And basically I came to realize that maybe, just maybe, I should hold off on it until after EA whenever there's more information out. Plus, it was specifically about Call of Duty World War II, and we did talk about it in the latest ACG International podcast. So if you're interested in our discussion regarding our thoughts on Call of Duty World War II and other topics as well, feel free and check out Carrick's channel, ACG, because he is one of the best when it comes to reviewing video games, indie as well as AAA. And by the way, I did post the podcast up in the card section. And I want to thank a couple of you that did send me rant suggestions. I asked for it Friday night, and I'm going to hold on to your rant suggestions for maybe next week, our future episode. But this is something that was on my mind when I woke up, and I read some comments regarding one of my videos a couple days ago. Actually, it was a few days ago. A couple means two. A few means three or more, FYI. So a few days ago, Rockstar announced not only the Tiny Racers adversary mode, but also the fact that from a few days ago till today, Sunday, April 30th, the last day, I believe. Hopefully it's the last day. Hopefully it doesn't mean between, but I think it means that today is the last day you can do this. By logging into Grand Theft Auto Online to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or PC, today's the last day, FYI, to do so. You can be eligible for $425,000 in a tax refund compliments of, well, San Andreas State Treasury, aka Rockstar Games. And it would be deposited in our Maze bank accounts coming up sometime in May, which is really good because chances are late May, early June, we're probably getting our next big DLC, which is going to be, I think, Gun Running or Gun Runners or whatever it's going to be called. It's been teased and a few bits of information have come out regarding that update, but that's what's coming most likely, I would say, the first week of June, because that's when previous updates have come out, the first week of June in 2016 as well as back in 2015. So anyways, going by Rockstar's track record on that one. So you still probably have a few hours left to log into Grand Theft Auto Online if you haven't done so already, for your chance to get $425,000 in Rockstar currency, not deposited in your account right now, but sometime in May. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be a couple weeks from now, whenever Rockstar, does this tax bonus refund for all those that partook in the tax refund bonus. Okay, so with all things, no one's ever happy, right? You can do this and do that, and people are still going to complain. I mean, that's human nature, unfortunately. You can never please everybody. But to Rockstar's credit, over the past few weeks, they have gone out of their way to really be, I guess it's a PR move by Rockstar. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they've heard the feedback from the community regarding the shark card issue, the fact that content's more expensive now when it comes to in-game currency, and a lot more people can't grind as much in order to purchase these items, and ultimately that means some people have to go out and purchase shark cards, whether it's a $20 shark card or a $100 shark card, just to get this content in Grand Theft Auto Online. So to Rockstar's credit, we've had the ability to earn double money and double RP doing contact missions till tomorrow, April 1st, and that's been going on for 2 weeks now. And like within an hour, I easily made like $300,000 without even trying. So if you really were to grind Grand Theft Auto Online over the past 2 weeks, you could have made some serious cash by simply grinding the contact missions. And there's definitely contact missions that pay better than others. And the ones that pay really good, there's also ways to go about doing it a lot easier with, for example, attack helicopters like the Buzzard or the Savage, like for trash talk, on the list, mixed up with Coke. Denial of service comes to mind, artificial scarcity, and maybe one or two others as well, but that's what I would usually do. And, payouts are pretty good. Some of them not as good as others, but overall, because you're making double money and you're just grinding these missions over and over again, yeah, you can make some pretty sweet money till the end of the day tomorrow, May 1st, because of double money for contact missions. So one way Rockstar has gone about making it to where, we can, get a pretty decent, stack of bills for our Mace bank account for the next update. Another thing they did was that whenever they released the Duke of Death a couple weeks ago, it was free for returning players. That means you didn't have to pay for it if you were a returning player. I think for everyone else it was $600,000. And on top of that, Rockstar also made other items free that were previously purchasable, like the Marshall Monster Truck, the Dodo Seaplane, the Kraken Submarine, the Dukes, as well as the Stallion, and I believe the Hatchet melee weapon as well. Now, these items were in the game for returning players since 2014. I think November 2014 when Grand Theft Auto came to next gen, our current gen now, Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and then eventually PC in spring 2015. You could purchase these items. And now, for returning players, they're free, which means that if you purchased any of those items, we got reimbursed for the items and vehicles that we bought previously over the last few months or year or two, depending on when you bought the vehicles or the Hatchet. Even though the Hatchet really wasn't that much to begin with, you still got reimbursed for it. Now, Rockstar didn't have to do this. They could have just left price tags on these vehicles. They could have slapped the Duke of Death up on Warstock with $600,000 for everybody. Didn't matter if you're returning or not returning. And you know what? People would have still bought the Duke of Death. I still would have bought it because it's a badass car. It's a lot of fun. And they went the extra mile on that. And props to Rockstar. Because, yes, they have made a lot of money off of shark cards because Grand Theft Auto Online is an extremely popular game, even going on 3 years later. The game launched, 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5. Then a month later, they launched Grand Theft Auto Online on last gen, Xbox 360, and of course, PlayStation 3. And now, mostly, a lot of the gamers play it on current gen, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And people still play it because of the fact that Rockstar does continue to add content to the game. And yes, it's quote-unquote free, which means that you don't have to pay for the DLCs. But if you want to purchase some of the items and you don't want to go through the trouble of grinding missions or heists or the import-export or doing crates with the CEO jobs or the businesses through the bikers, then yes, you have to go out and get shark cards in order to purchase these items. You're not forced to buy these items. You're not forced to get a shark card, but it does make it easier than grinding. And I will admit that the prices have come up over the past few years. But yes, some people have actually complained about the tax day bonus of being only $425,000. Now look, not everybody is complaining about the tax day bonus, but just like of all things, there's always going to be someone who complains for whatever rhyme or reason. And it's from my video a few days ago, which actually went viral for me. I mean, let's see, when I'm recording this, it is at, let's see, 3,600 views, nearly 3,700. Which, I don't know, it's kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time. And all of you that are new to the channel, because of that video, I thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And I hope all the other content I make is reason enough for you guys to stick around. But yes, a lot of people were happy with Rockstar for this tax day bonus. Whenever Rockstar gets around to depositing, they may do like it in waves. Like, 1 week they deposit it in these accounts, then the next week in those accounts, because this is going to be a lot of money Rockstar's giving back to the community. And that's something that a lot of people, I don't think, quite understand or grasp. Now, someone said this, sometime in May? How stupid! I hate this game! Ruined by shark card bullshit. Okay, so yes, I did point out the fact that items are more expensive now in Grand Theft Auto Online, which means that some people do have to go get shark cards, especially if you're a content creator and you're playing it by the rules and you're not getting modded accounts. I mean, yes, I've had to spend a few bucks on shark cards in order to feature content in my videos, but that's the price I pay as a content creator. I'm willing to do that for you guys, my awesome subscribers, viewers, and fans. But I gotta say this. Yeah, I get it. $425,000 doesn't buy that much, but look at the big picture. How many people are playing this game right now? At least still millions per week? How many people found out about this bonus and logged into Grand Theft Auto Online on their console or PC within the timeline and are eligible for $425,000 sometime in May? Let's just say a fraction, let's say 10% of the million people playing Grand Theft Auto Online did that. And I think there's more than 1 million playing, by the way. I'm just going to be using numbers here. So let's say at least 100,000 people are going to be getting a tax bonus back. And it's probably higher than 100,000, but we're just going to go with 100,000. Okay, so to give you an idea of how much money Rockstar's potentially throwing out there to the community coming up in May, everyone that qualified by logging into Grand Theft Auto Online in time to be eligible for the tax bonus of $425,000. How much is that? Well, once again, I want to just point out the fact that we've determined that $8 million, 7 figures, equals $100 in U.S. currency. So $100 will get you a Megalodon shark card, which means you can get $8 million in Grand Theft Auto currency. Now, if you wanted to, say, spend $10,000 in real money, if you're ridiculously rich and you just feel like doing it, that means you would end up getting, that's right, $800 million in Grand Theft Auto currency. That is a lot of chicken. So the number that we got to look at right now is this: 425,000, which is what Rockstar is giving you, and let's say 99,999 of your friends that play Grand Theft Auto Online. We're just going with 100,000 just to give you an idea of what this could be, more or less, times 100,000. 100,000 gamers around the world playing Grand Theft Auto Online is going to get basically $42.5 billion in Grand Theft Auto currency. That is a lot of real money right there. Rockstar is giving away, I would say, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars in May of real money to their community. And people are complaining about it. Now, yeah, the number could be lower than 100,000, but at the same time, it could be higher than 100,000 because people are still playing this game. They're still playing Grand Theft Auto Online. So just bear that in mind next time you complain about $425,000 not being enough money. Because, yeah, it doesn't buy you as much. It does put a nice little dent in that new supercar you've been wanting, that T20, the Osiris, or something else entirely that you've been eyeballing. Maybe the Hydra, maybe the Ruiner 2000, maybe a yacht, or maybe an executive office. But at the same time, from a big picture perspective, from the entire community as a whole, with anywhere from hundreds of thousands to still millions of people playing this game around the world that are going to get the tax refund bonus, Rockstar is giving back to the community big time. And yeah, they've made a lot of money off of us. They've made at least, what, $500 million off the shark cards alone. That was the last estimate. And you know why? Because Rockstar puts out good quality content. There are plenty of other developers out there that put out shitty DLCs and expansion passes. You know, some not as bad as others, but there are some really, really lousy ones out there. Rockstar, in my opinion, is not one of them. They do put out their DLCs, quote-unquote, free. And I do put it in quotations because sometimes it is difficult to grind and get enough money to purchase these items. So, unfortunately, yes, some of us do have to get shark cards, but not everybody. And Rockstar does have mechanics in the game which allow you to eventually make the money in the game without spending a dime on shark cards in order to purchase the new items. And like I said, this week alone, the past 2 weeks, with double money for contact missions, easily could have netted you a ton of cash for your Maze Bank account in anticipation for the next update coming perhaps in early June to Grand Theft Auto Online. So just bear that in mind next time you complain about something when Rockstar's trying to give back to the community, even though, yes, they've made a lot of money, because they're a good development house. They make great quality games, you know. The Red Dead series, Grand Theft Auto series. It's one of the reasons why I love them so much, because I've always enjoyed playing their games, you know, from Grand Theft Auto Online to Grand Theft Auto 5 to Grand Theft Auto 3 to Red Dead Redemption to hopefully Red Dead Redemption 2 come up this fall, and perhaps even a sequel to Bully, which has been leaked and rumored right now. So that might be the next game that comes out after Red Dead Redemption 2. And now, unlike most developers out there, when it comes to a new Rockstar game, 9 times out of 10, I'm pre-ordering it because they're usually titles that I'm looking forward to. And they have a track record. Good quality content. They take time to make a good game. Good story, good characters, a wonderful open world experience, and they work hard testing the game, trying to hammer out as many bugs and glitches as possible before they launch the game. And, those are the reasons why I give Rockstar a break, more than other developers, because of their track record, because of the fact that I've got countless hours of enjoyment out of their content, from the 3D Grand Theft Auto games to Bully to Red Dead Redemption to Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and of course Grand Theft Auto Online, and hopefully coming this fall, Red Dead Redemption 2, along with Red Dead Online, which I'm sure they'll have a similar system. They'll have shark bucks or something like that, but at the same time, I'm sure Rockstar has listened to the community, and they're going to do their best to try to have the means and ability for you in Red Dead Online to work, whether it's, I don't know, going out and getting pelts or hides, or working or doing bounties, raising the money necessary in order for you to buy the new content that comes into Red Dead Online coming up this fall and leading into 2018. So I realize I kind of went all over the map in this rant video. It's not as focused as previous rants, and I had to do a lot of editing. But anyways, that's just my opinion about the tax day bonus is, yeah. While Rockstar and Take-Two have made a lot of money, Rockstar's definitely given back a few bucks to the community in May. And I'm never one to turn down getting some of my money back. Especially since the next update is probably going to cost us an arm and a leg.